right, so thinking through this logically, I have the vents set up. This is the driver's side. For anyone curious, this is how I attach the mesh, and it looks pretty good. I have to take into account this piece here, which that looks like it's gonna be a big gap, so I might try to tighten that up. And then I have to take into account this lining up with that, and then this. So I think I'm gonna do the biggest piece, the middle piece there, on the quarter panel first, and then trace out where the cut's gonna be, line up the small piece, and see how that works. But it might be a little excessive on the tape, but it's gonna allow me to draw where I want to cut. And if I mess up, I just replace the tape before cutting it. So I'm really nervous about cutting the bumper, so I'm gonna do this piece instead. I'm just gonna kind of procrastinate it. Again, just 2 pieces on each side. I take into account like which side's the top, so I kind of put like the seam of the tape downward. I don't know, it's kind of like a wrap trick. Again, I'm just gonna peel the corners. I know when I test fit this one, you can like open the door once you have like in place, and it'll perfectly follow the door. So again, that's what I'm doing on the corners. That way, if it rips from here, I can still pull it from there. Yeah. By the way, I bought this kit painted. Don't buy the unpainted one. Oh man, this one might be harder to line up than I thought. So it might be easier with the door open. I don't know. Let's find out. Oh, it's wet. See how that looks. That's where it wants to sit. It does look pretty good. So let's see, show you. It's a body gap, consistent the whole way through. And when you open the door, it's like flush with it. I'll show you guys. But yeah, let me just double check everything. That does look pretty slick. Yeah, I think that's it. Looks right to me. So let's see. Let's try to just see when the door's open. See if I can bring you guys around. When the door's open, you can see it's like perfectly flush with it all the way. So that's kind of how I'm gauging if it's lined up or not. So yeah, I think I'm happy with that. I will get the red piece out of here. Already. Blah. So you gotta make sure the corners are out. Now I gotta replace it. Well, you guys get to see this angle now, I guess. Let's see. I feel like I could go down a bit on this. Feels a little big. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, make sure you got it where you want it, because that shit is stuck. Make sure. Yeah, it looks good to me. Could I go closer there? Probably. I'm gonna try it because it won't hurt. Let's see. All right, so I got it pushed on. Let's solid. Body gap looks good. You can see it's nice and consistent. Everything lines up. And when you open the door, it's nice and flush on both pieces. So yeah, not too bad. It helps to do the tape method that I did. But yeah. Alright, so I have one side done here, as you can see. So went pretty easy overall. You can see the body lines line up really good. Only issue I'm having here, as you can tell, there's a little bit of separation with the glue or with the tape. This piece here was good. The fender badges, I kept my OEM fender badges on, and the annoying part is you can see the tape there, which is super annoying. I just wrapped the OEM fender badge, so you can kind of see there. And then I made the sticker for it, so that's pretty slick. The rear, so I got cut in the rear, went good, lines up really well. That's the gap that you get with the template and stuff. And I had really good, like it stuck really well everywhere around, even on the bottom. Only issue I'm having is it's a little bit like not wanting to stick there. Don't really know the reason for that. My buddy said that he did 2 pieces of tape, and I didn't use what came with the kit. With these ones, I actually used what came with the wide body kit. So this is what I used for that. So on this one, I already went ahead and doubled it up on the tape, so you can see there. So hopefully this side goes better. I haven't yet to cut it, but yeah, that's really the biggest things I've seen. This side has the 20 mil Perrin spacers on it, as you can see here. I would have gone 25 mil. I just found these ones used, so 20 mil it was, and it helps with the gap. The rear's a little bit more sunken in than I wanted it to be. You can see there, that's 20 mil. I mean, the tire sticks out a lot now. Front really isn't that bad with 20 mil. Let's see here. It's really not too bad. And then this is completely stock. So this has no spacers, no kit, no nothing. It's kind of weird seeing it like this now, but yeah, so. Basically on the emblem, I just wrapped from here to like here, just wrapped it black, stuck the other one on there, and no real issues except for that front piece there, and then the rear vent. But everything else went super smooth, so we'll see how this next side goes. Okay, so I got the full kit installed, and came up pretty good. I ended up fixing this rear vent. So you can see now it fits perfectly flush all the way around. And what I ended up using, this came with the S209 kit. This is, let's see, it's K520 primer. So if you don't have that, make sure to get it, because perfect. I didn't use it on any of the body kit. And as you can see, I got this vent perfectly in there. So what I did is I popped, there's a screw here, or like a clip, pop that out. Then there's 2 below, pop those out. Reached in here, pulled the bumper until it got to here. So I can get my hand behind it. And then I'll put the primer just here, not on the other sides. 2 thickness of tape on this one, and just held it there for a little bit with a little bit of heat with a heat gun, and worked out perfectly. I do think the color's a little off on these. I don't think there's as much pearl on them, so I'm gonna contact Raleigh Sport about that. But I've had no issues on this side with any sort of separation. This side, I had separation and I redid it. And you can still see just a couple spots. I used a little bit of primer this time and it worked out a lot better. And I'm kind of just okay with that at this point. But yeah, other than that, and I showed earlier, you can see the tape here. So on the other side, whenever I did it, I actually just lowered where the tape was and you don't see it as much. So I think that's definitely the way to do that. So yeah, if you're just doing the rear vents and you're having a hard time getting them to stick, again, this is, who's this made by? I have no idea. K-520 adhesive promoter. See if I can get to focus on that. Kind of see there. And yeah, it works great. Just follow the instructions on there. Super easy. But overall, had the kit on for about a week now. And still doing pretty good. So there you go.